Yes, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Home Championship here for DTM, the final round of DTM here at the Hockenheimring. My name is Mia Nevji and I'm your commentator for today. Yes, this is the pinnacle, this is the final round of DTM and it is sure to be an exciting one as we've got a three-way championship fight today between Remus McGregor, Zeran Kaya and Eric Adelberg. We are here at Hockenheim, which is near the Rhine Valley in Germany at the Hockenheimring. We've got 20 minutes of qualifying ahead of us, and then I believe it is 14 laps, though I could be wrong on that. 17. It is 17 laps we have ahead of us for the race. Before we get going with qualifying, let's go through the track as we do. So the Hockenheimring Baden-Württemberg, as it is called, located in the town of Hockenheim in the German region of Baden-Württemberg. This circuit was first opened in 1932, back when it was called the Dreieckscourse, or Triangle Course as it is in German. And yeah, it was built then, obviously in the shape of a triangle, and it was around 12 kilometers long. 12 kilometers long. And they raced there with some pre-war cars. Under World War II, the track was bombed, so they did not race here. And then in 1965, I think, yeah, 1965 was when the track went through a major redesign, and that was when things like motorcycles, Formula 1 and Formula 2 started racing here. Then there were things like, then, stuff like touring cars started appearing here. Things like DTM, FIA Grand Touring Championship, and the World Sports Car Championship came here. And then it is like it is today. Obviously, this is the current layout, redesigned by Hermann Tilke. The layout before this one actually went through the forest of which surrounded the circuit, which was actually pretty interesting in my opinion. But this layout is nice as well. Let's go through it. So the Grand Prix circuit then, 4.574 kilometers, 17 turns, and a lap record in these cars would be somewhere in the 130s. The official real-life lap record in a DTM car is a 130.401 by Pietro Fittipaldi in the Audi. That was set in 2019. But yeah, this is still a pretty interesting circuit, and it is very nice. Obviously, quite a lot of overtaking opportunities as well. Turns 1 through 4 is pretty good to carry a battle through. Then on to turn 6, the hairpin. You can send it on the inside there of whoever you want to overtake. And then turn 12, the Sachskurve. And then some others like turn 15 and turn 16. Pretty good corners as well for this track. It is a very interesting circuit, this one. As we have the first times on the board now, Bironas Tokidelis in the Mercedes AMG Team Silverfile car, fastest out of everyone at the moment. Remus McGregor P2. All eyes are going to be on McGregor, Adelberg, and Ankaya today, and we'll see where they all go, as Adelberg actually goes ahead of Remus McGregor. And I think while we wait for all the times to get on the board, let's go through the championship criteria then. Yeah, sorry about that one. So let's go through the championship criteria then. If Remus McGregor wins today, he is automatically the 2022 DTM champion. So all McGregor has to do is to win. If McGregor is second, then Ankaya has to win to become the DTM champion. And same goes for that. If McGregor P3, Ankaya needs to be P2. If McGregor is P4 or P5, Ankaya needs to be P3. McGregor P6, Ankaya P4, McGregor P7, Ankaya P5. You get the idea. So basically, what Ankaya needs to do is he needs to finish ahead of Remus McGregor, basically. But if Erik Adelberg wins the race and McGregor is P9 or lower, and Ankaya is P8 or lower, then Adelberg is the 2018 champion, which is pretty interesting. So Adelberg still technically plays a role in this, even despite that he is behind McGregor by 23 points. So Ankaya can technically still seal the championship. And here's also a fun fact. If Adelberg wins and McGregor is P9, then the championship would be decided by the amount of 7th places, because both Ankaya so Adelberg and McGregor will be tied on points in that scenario. And they've all scored the same 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th places. And Adelberg has more 7th places than McGregor, meaning that the championship would go to Adelberg in that case, which is actually pretty interesting and really shows how close the DTM championship is at the moment, as we have all the 18 times on the board at the moment, and it is Jacopo Horlacher, a very welcome surprise, as he is on provisional pole for Team Remus at the moment, as he is P1, followed by Bironas Hokidelis in P2 and Erik Adelberg in P3. As Remus McGregor is P9 and Zedan Kaya is P10. Let's see McGregor though as he crosses the line, and let's see if the Scotsman is able to improve as he stays P9, as Ankaya gets knocked out of the points, as Alois Brownau goes P10. Mason Winkup goes P2, knocks Erik Adelberg down to P4. Remember, as it stands, Adelberg would have to get pole, and McGregor has to finish P9, and then Ankaya P8 or lower. Here's Ankaya then in the Audi Sport Team Phoenix. He has been doing very, very well this season. Obviously, he's the first ever DTM race winner when he took the win at the Lausitz-Ring. As Erki Nytt goes P7 in the Mercedes-AMG Team Petronas. Number 94 as David Kupok sets an improvement, but he stays P15. Jacopo Horlacher, though, surprisingly is the only man to have entered the 135s. Everyone else is in the 136, with Mason Winkup just on the edge there of getting into the 135s. He has a 136.0, with Bironas Hokidelis a 136.1. As Hokidelis and Adelberg only separated by about 2 thousandths of a second, so it is very, very close up at the top, and yeah, it is really small margins for Adelberg to improve. Obviously, he needs this pole, so he's gonna have to hope for a bit of a miracle as we see him head through turn 15 and now nope, he is coming into the pits, so that's Adelberg into the pit lane. As we see Mason Winkup cross the line, as he's going to start his lap now. So, yeah, Winkup doesn't have a podium to his name either, I believe. So, could this be a first podium for the Australian? Henry J. Brown, the man from Portugal, in P9 at the moment in the Audi. I believe he is the highest placing Audi at the moment. I think he is. As Noah Clifton goes P16. Brown then headed through sector 2 or 4 tenths off Horlacher there. Could we see an improvement from the Portuguese-British driver as he heads through the Zaxkurve? On to turn 15 now, and then turn 16, the Sudkurve, as he enters the pits. So no, it was not a flyer for Mr. Brown, as here is Remus McGregor, followed by Alois Brownau, the 2 BMWs. As they go through the Zaxkurve, let's see if they'll finish their laps as they head through turn 15. And yep, McGregor finishes it. So let's see if Remus McGregor will improve as Bironas Hokidelis goes P3. So McGregor is going to cross the line. No improvement for McGregor. Improvement for Brownau, but he can't get himself out of P11, so he stays in 11th place. Mr. Brownau. Bironas Hokidelis was able to improve. He's P3 at the moment. And I must say, Hokidelis was actually doing very well in the first stages of the season, but yeah, then he just kind of fell off in the middle of the season, unfortunately, and that sent him back in the championship order by quite a bit. But I think a P3 will be nice to end off with for Bironas, the only Greek driver in the ACOC, so that is pretty interesting. As Hokidelis has Gotham Yaton Konkum just up ahead there. As David Kupok improves, he goes P12, sorry. As Hokidelis is 2 tenths off in the middle sector, though we don't know if this is an outlet or an in lap or a flying lap. The ACAI tend to be stupid with that sometimes, as we saw in the F1 race or F1 qualifying last time out. And yeah, Loki Dallas is coming into the pits, but Koncum's going to finish his lap. Let's see where the tie driver goes, as he will cross the line now. And he goes P13, just ahead of Zed Ankaya. As Ankaya is actually falling into the points, McGregor is P10. Horlacher sets an improvement. He goes a 10th faster than his own time. Eric Adelberg is P4. I believe, as it would stand, McGregor would be champion with this qualifying order, but we don't know yet. As Eric Adelberg is going to start his lap, he really needs to get this right, the Swiss driver in the number 11 BMW Team RBM car. I think that is Team RBM, isn't it? Let me just proof check that. Team RMG, sorry. He's in the Team RMG car. All of them begin on R. As Adelberg in the first sector there. 6/100th of a second off Jacopo Horlacher for pole position, his fellow countryman who sits at the top of the table at the moment. Albert Chowdhury goes P2. Zed Ankaya goes P4. That is really what he needs at the moment, Ankaya. And that has shifted the favor for the Audi Sport Team Phoenix car of Zed Ankaya, as he goes P4. MS McGregor is going to have to respond to that, as Adelberg makes his way around turn 8 Mercedes. Eric Init goes P3 and Nicholas Anderson goes P13. Remember that this circuit is owned by Mercedes-Benz, so the Mercedes cars are on home turf, as you could say. As we see Adelberg then heading through the final sector. Let's see if Eric will finish this lap as he heads through turns 15 and now onto turn 16, the Sudkurva. Let's see if Eric Adelberg is able to improve, as he's been knocked down to P7 and he crosses the line. No improvement for Eric Adelberg. He stays P7 at the moment, as Zed Ankaya is P5. Albert Chowdhury P3, as Clarkson Vidal goes P3 as well, as Chowdhury takes back that P2. That was an interesting turn of events, as Chowdhury went from P2 to P3 and back to P2. As Mason Winkup retakes that P3, so he has gone up into third place. Remus McGregor, though, is out of the points. Let's see Zed Ankaya, though, as he's going to cross the line. Will it be an improvement for Zed Ankaya? Nope, it is not. But either way, this is probably what he only needs to do. That is if McGregor doesn't improve, obviously. He's on an outlap at the moment, McGregor, as he's got the Audi of Henry J. Brown there just behind him. I don't think Brown's going to improve on this. No, he's not, as Eric Nitt goes P4. So McGregor, if he can't improve here, he's going to have to rely on the others to improve, as Noah Clifton goes P6. That's going to knock down Ankaya further. And yeah, that is then they might knock Ankaya out of the points in qualifying. So McGregor is going to have to hope to get lucky here, as he currently sits P12 with 4.5 minutes remaining. Here's Eric Adelberg, though. Let's see, as the Swiss driver will cross the line. No improvement once again for Eric Adelberg. He stays P7. Remus McGregor crossed the line as well. He wasn't able to improve. So he stays in P12, as he's just got Henry J. Brown there behind him. Actually, might be an improvement for McGregor, but I doubt it. I think this might be the in-lap for McGregor, actually, considering that he's been out for quite a while. As Mason Winkup goes P2. Winkup demonstrating quite a lot of pace today, I must say, as he goes P2. Takes it away from the Pakistani Albert Chowdhury in P3. And I must say, Chowdhury as well, he's been doing pretty good, considering that he made his debut mid-season. I think he's really gotten comfortable with the car now, and he's performing well. As Nilo Alcida, who's in last place surprisingly, improves, but he can't get himself out of that bottom spot. As here's McGregor heading through the Zackskurve in that Deutsche Post liveried car. The number 16 BMW Team RMR car, as we see him round the final corner, turn 16. Let's see what it will be for Ms. McGregor as Hwang Min Nguyen goes P6. And where does McGregor go? Nope, no improvement for McGregor. As Adelberg crosses the line, does he improve? No, he doesn't. But the man in front of him, Jonas Fidelis, goes P6. So good stuff for him. As Alderweis Brown now there goes P7. Ankaya is now P10, Adelberg P11, and McGregor P13. If things finish like this, then McGregor could be champion in this scenario. Obviously, I'm not going to predict anything yet. As Brano heads to Sector 1, I think everyone seems to be really close to Horlacher in Sector 1. I think Horlacher just had a really bad Sector 1, but he really got on the pace in Sectors 2 and 3. I think that's why so many are really lacking in Sector 2 and 3 to Horlacher. As there goes Nilo Alcida, gets himself out of last place, goes into the points as the Finnish driver goes P9. Some good stuff from Alcida. As here is Erik Adelberg. All three championship contenders are now out of the points, which is pretty interesting actually. But remember, Ankaya, who is on 67 points, only has to finish P8 or higher if McGregor is P10 or lower. So if McGregor doesn't score any points and Ankaya scores 2 points, then I believe Ankaya might win it on countback, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Clarkson Vidal, though, the Irishman, as he will cross the line now. No improvement for Vidal as he stays P5. As we got a minute remaining qualifying, Ankaya and Adelberg are in the pits, so they're not going out again, that's really surprising. But is McGregor going to be able to improve? That is the question. We are going to watch though as he heads through turn 6, the hairpin. Nice and tidy through there. Bit slow on exit maybe, but nothing that will buff out as he heads all the way on to turn 7. I believe this corner is flat actually. It's all, I think you just need to lift through there as he heads on to turn 8, Mercedes. Then on to turn 9 and turn 10. Now down to turn 11, Mobile 1. As he goes through the right-hander. Then on to the left-hander, turn 12 sucks as Albert Chowdhury takes back that P2 from Mason Wincup. Chowdhury really wants that P2 as the checker flag is now out. McGregor does not have time for another lap, but let's see if he actually complete this one. As he does, so let's see what it will be for Remus McGregor, as he will be the first car to cross the line. So let's see if McGregor is able to get himself into the points. He goes P13. So that is all 3 championship contenders, all qualifying next to each other. It's Ankaya, Adelberg, McGregor, P11, P12, P13. It's Clarkson Vidal's next to cross the line. Let's see where he goes. He does not improve. And next to cross the line will be the man in front of Jakob Horlacher at the moment. Who might that be? There's someone. That's Aaron Curtis, who's currently last at the moment. Let's see what it will be for the Irishman, Aaron Curtis, as he goes through turn 16 and now on to, or turn 15, now on to turn 16. This is, let's see what it will be for Curtis as he will cross the line now. And nope, no improvement for Curtis, unfortunately. That's him staying in P18. Horlacher, though, does he really need to improve? He does. He goes 4,000 of a second faster. And that is Horlacher, who is definitely on pole for the race here at Hockenheimring. Let's see if Albert Chowdhury, though, can do anything about it, as he will cross the line, and he does improve, but he's 31 thousandths of a second off Jakob Horlacher for pole, so Chowdhury just missing out. David Kupok's the final car to cross the line, but he's into the pits. meaning that it is Jacopo Horlacher who is on pole for the final race here at DTM. So let's go through the starting with them before lights out for the final race of 2018 here at DTM. It is Jacopo Horlacher, first pole for the Swiss driver as he starts P1, and accompanying him on the first row is Abrar Chowdhury in the Mercedes P2. Mason Winkup is P3 with Erke Nüt P4, and then the BMW of Clarkson Vidal in P5 as it's an all Mercedes front and second row. Piroso Guedes qualifies P6 as Alois Braunau, teammate of Vidal, P7 as Huang Min Nguyen is P8. Nilo Alcida is P9 as Noah Clifton rounds out the points in P10. At the top, and then the three after Clifton, the championship contenders, Ankaya, Adalberg, McGregor, P11, P12, and P13 for all of them, as Henry J. Brown is P14. Nicholas Anderson is P15 as David Kupok is P16. And the two final cars on the grid are Thunjatan Konkum, the two Audis are Thunjatan Konkum and Aaron Curtis. So let's get underway with the final race of the DTM season as we got Jacopo Horlacher on pole. The championship will be sealed today as we got 6 lights. And we are racing for one final time in DTM. Everyone getting off the line, then a good start for Horlacher. But has Chowdhury got the jump on him as they're side by side into the first corner? As there's, look at that, they're side by side. Chowdhury's just about gotten ahead as Chowdhury trying to get past for the lead now as they're side by side heading down to turn 2. Chowdhury on the inside, Horlacher has to defend the long way around. I think he's got it though as Chowdhury tries to hang on. Mason Winkup though is having to defend for Erke Nüt in P4. Adalberg is into the points. He's overtaken both Ankaya and McGregor, both horrible starts for Ankaya and McGregor. Adalberg is into the points as there goes Eric Adalberg and Nilo Alcida as well. Look at that as the two go side by side. Is Clifton gonna make it 3 wide as Chowdhury goes side by side with Horlacher there. Clifton as, look at that, as I think someone's off. Did McGregor go off? I think he did. He's off to last place. Remus McGregor. Look at that. That is disaster for Remus McGregor as he's down to last after a crash. Nilo Alcida dueling with Eric Adalberg for the for P9. Kupok's out. What has happened to David Kupok? Did he collide with McGregor? May I wonder. Either way, that might be catastrophic for Remus McGregor. Now he's gonna have to hope. He's gonna hope for Ankaya to score points as Alcida and Adalberg goes up. Look at this battle as Alcida and Adalberg side by side through the Sachskurve, but Adalberg just holds ahead. Alcida though still all over the back of the Swiss Eric Adalberg, but it is Jacopo Horlacher who leads from Abrar Chowdhury, Mason Winkup, Erke Nüt, and Clarkson Vidal. So a pretty interesting first lap then. And I think that is going to be costly for Remus McGregor because he's now down to last place in the race here. As Adalberg is already in the back of Huang Min Nguyen. Look at that. Could we see Adalberg go for the move on Nguyen here as he's trying to look for a way past the Vietnamese driver? And Nguyen's been consistently in the points after his win at Misano. As Alcida is hunting down Adalberg as well. Is he gonna go for it, Nilo? As they head down to the hairpin. There goes Alcida on Adalberg. Adalberg have to defend the long way round of Alcida as they go side by side. Adalberg was just able to get the cutback as they head towards turn 7 Mercedes. Are they gonna be side by side through this corner? Yes, they are. As they head on to turn 8 Mercedes, the braking zone. Adalberg shuts the door for Nilo Alcida though. So Adalberg defending as Henry J. Brown and Aaron Curtis go side by side. Curtis trying to get Brown for P15 as the two of them go side by side. Heading into Mobile 1 now. Brown's going to be on the outside of Aaron Curtis here as Curtis is trying to get past for P15. Might McGregor try to stick his nose into this as Brown has the inside line heading into Zaks. Curtis on the outside. I think he's got it though. No, Brown with the better exit as they're still side by side. What a great battle. But I think Curtis is just ahead. Oh, I think he might be. Yes, he is. So that is Aaron Curtis ahead. What a move from Aaron Curtis. That was a great battle between the two. Is Remus McGregor going to attempt it to turn 1, may I wonder, on Henry J. Brown? No, he doesn't. but Brown remains in P16. So, or remains, goes down to P16. There's Noah Clifton on Nicholas Anderson, the Australian versus the American, as the two go side by side. There's Adelberg on Nguyen, as the two wheel to wheel, as I think Adelberg's up into P8. He wants a championship, Adelberg, as the two go side by side into the hairpin. Is he gonna get it, Eric Adelberg, as Clifton and Anderson side by side? There in the back is Konkun gonna make it 3 wide in the background as Adelberg through the hairpin. I think he is just ahead. No, they're still side by side. What a battle. The two go door to door here in DTM. Adelberg and Nguyen, no one willing to give up an inch for P8 in this race, as they head through turns 9 and 10 to chicanes. Adelberg just ahead. Nguyen goes back on him though, on the inside into Mobile 1. Is that gonna work? No, I don't think it has, as Eric Adelberg take a bow P8 for the Swiss driver Eric Adelberg. Bravo. But as it stands, Remus McGregor will still be champion. So yeah, Ankaya is not in the points. Remember, in this scenario, if Adelberg has to win the championship, he needs to win, and he's P8 at the moment, and Horlock is showing no signs of slowing down. So yeah, we will see if Adelberg can make any moves. And Alois Braunau has got 1.7 seconds to the German Braunau in P7, as Nigel Alcida himself is trying to get past Nguyen, as Clifton was actually able to get Anderson there for P11, as Thunjotun Konkum's on the back of Nicholas Anderson there as well. Could we see Konkum getting past the American? Yep, there he goes in the background into the hairpin. There goes Curtis on Ankaya as well. Look at that, Aaron Curtis going on the championship contenders. That Ankaya, as Konkum and Anderson goes side by side. Anderson just a bit ahead as they headed through turn 7. Konkum trying to close that gap in. Is Anderson going to shut the door on him? Yes, he does. Same goes for Ankaya on Curtis. So Ankaya remains ahead. So does Anderson on Konkum. But is Thunjotun Konkum going to try it again? Because he's very close to Anderson here. But Jakob Horlacher, look at that, the lead advantage he has. 1.4 seconds to Jakob Horlacher to Albrecht Chowdhury in P2, I mean. That is a very big gap to Horlacher. So, yeah, Jakob is doing very well, and he's going to secure his first win in DTM. As Nilo Alcida, the young Finnish driver, on the back of Huang Min Nguyen. Could we see Alcida attempting a move here in the following laps? He's pretty close to Nguyen. Obviously, he is losing time behind the Vietnamese driver. As is that Ankaya trying to move on Konkum, maybe? I think it is, as there is McGregor in the background going side by side with Henry J. Brown. Here's Ankaya on Thunjotun Konkum around the outside. He's going to go into the hairpin as they approach the braking zone. Can Ankaya hold on to Konkum? Yes, he does. Round the outside of Thunjotun Konkum. What a move from Zed Ankaya. As is that Aaron Curtis going on Konkum as well? Look at that. Yeah, Curtis takes advantage of that. Opportunistic move from Aaron Curtis, and that's going to work as they head into turn 8 Mercedes. Curtis through turns 9 and 10. Has he got Ankaya? He's going to be on the outside line, heading into Mobile 1, as the two are door to door. Now into turn 11. Let's see if Curtis is going to get it, as they are still side by side, but can make the move stick into turn 12. Sachs, as he seems just to be ahead, but it has Konkum better traction around the outside of Sachs, as they're still going at it. What a great battles we're seeing here today in DTM. Curtis, though, on the ground there, as he's actually still able to be side by side as they head through the final corner of the Sud Curva. Side by side now as we approach lap 6 out of 17 into the Nord Curva turn 1. Curtis still side by side with Konkum for P14. Who is gonna get this? We don't know, as it's oh so close. The battle for 14th place at the moment between Aaron Curtis and Thunjatan Konkum as they head into turn 2. Curtis on the outside. Konkum gonna have to defend the inside line, but it's gonna be Curtis on the inside now, as they are still wheel to wheel. Curtis trying to get past as the battle goes corner for corner for corner into turn 6. They've been side by side for the entire lap now. I can't believe it, as I think this is one of the greatest battles we've ever seen in DTM, as Curtis around the outside of Konkum into the hairpin. They are still side by side for an entire lap, but I think finally Aaron Curtis is ahead of Thunjatan Konkum, and a round of applause to Aaron Curtis. That was incredible. That was an amazing battle. I think that is battle of the season in the ACOC. That was great. And that is Aaron Curtis into P14 after a long and hard fought battle. Let's see the position case then from the start. Erik Adelberg, a man on a mission, as he is up 4 places in the start. Nicholas Anderson is up 1. Aaron Curtis is doing very well as well. He's up 4 places. Thunjatan Konkum is up 2. And then the big loser here is Remus McGregor, who is down to P17. He's lost 4 places. Zedan Kaya is down 2. Noah Clifton down 1. Nidal Sida is down 1 as well. And then MJ Brown and MJ Brown down 2 places. So and then everyone in the top 7 has remained stationed. So no overtakes in the top 7. So we're mostly seeing moves in the back of the field. As Erik Adelberg is now closing in on Alois Braunau. That gap used to be 1.7. It's 0.7. Now he's gaining an entire second on the German Braunau. As here's Ankaya all over the back of Nicholas Anderson. Is he going to attempt to move on Anderson, may I wonder? As Konkum's trying to find a way past Curtis again. But I must say Curtis has had a really great start. We could see him maybe getting Ankaya here as well. So yeah, let's see then. But Ankaya here could be getting Nicholas Anderson, as Anderson is looking quite slow at the moment. As they head through the Zaks Corvette, 10 laps remain. As it stands, Remus McGregor will be DTM champion of 2018, considering that Ankaya is not in the points and Adelberg is only P8 at the moment. So Ankaya is still trying to get Nicholas Anderson, but don't think he is able to. Here's Clarkson Vidal. He's on the back of Erke Nytt here, so you could see Vidal maybe trying to move on Erke Nytt for P5. Let's look at the championship standings then, actually, for the teams and the manufacturers. I believe BMW will be manufacturers champions of 2018. No, I think that actually... Will they? Maybe, I don't know, but Mercedes is out. So it's between BMW and Audi for the manufacturer's crown. But Team Phoenix and Team RMG are still at it for the team standings. So is Team Petronas, Team RMR, and you could throw Team Opt in there as well, but they're quite a bit off. So Phoenix, RMG, Petronas, and RMR are all in the championship fight. 2 representing BMW, 1 Audi, and 1 Mercedes at the moment. As Team Remus are doing well. I just realized it's a Remus 1-2. Horlacher's P1 and Chowdhury's P2. is that going to be the first DTM Team 1-2 we're going to see? At least to memory. As here's Clarkson. Is Vidal attempting to move on Nytt maybe? I don't think he is. No, he is not. But it is a Team Remus 1-2 at the moment. So they are going to go up a few points, considering that they have 19 points in the championship. And P8 is Team Rosberg with 41 points, so they are quite a long way back. But yeah, I think they won't be last after this round, at least. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the DTM Championship after Misano. I was supposed to be looking at this one, yeah. So apologies for that. Team RMR lead by 99 points with Team Phoenix on 85. And currently I believe it is Team RMR who's going to take the Constructors' crown. And BMW, I think, are looking to take the Manufacturer's crown as well. As Vidal is quite literally all over the back of Erki Nytt, but he's really not able to get past Nytt at the moment. As Braunau, look at that, Adalberg is caught up to Braunau as well. So this guy Braunau was catching up to Luke Delis, but then I just saw the BMW of Eric Adalberg there. Here's Clarkson, Vidal then. Still trying to get Erkin Nytt as there's a few other cars behind them there. I think Mason Winkup's closing in on Albert Chowdhury actually. Might he? Don't know. As there is Mason Winkup. He's gonna score his first ever podium in DTM. Dowden looking very, very close to Nytt. I think he actually might try into turn one. No, apparently not. Yeah, I think that camera angle just showed us much closer than when it actually was. But that is fine. As I think Sector 1 is where Vidal gains the most on Nytt. As he tries to follow the Estonian through, but he isn't able to. As Vidal's going to have to watch out. I think he went a bit wide there, but he's going to have to watch out for the cars behind, because if he makes a bit of a more noticeable mistake, then Lucky Delis behind is going to want to slip past for P4. And I think that in itself might start a chain reaction, considering how many cars are here. I mean, look at that, Nguyon's even caught up to this train. So, yeah, everyone quite tightly packed in the top 10 at the moment. Here is Alois Braunau then, currently in P7 as Jakob Horlacher, and yet another fastest lap for the Swiss driver, as he's leading by a whopping 2.8 seconds from Albert Chowdhury in P2. heading into the hairpin now. Is Vidal having a bit of a look on Nytt, maybe? I think he is. Nope, he apparently isn't. So there's Vidal staying in 5th place then. So he's really struggling to keep up with Nytt. Coming out of turn 10 now and on to turn 11. No one able to make a move on each other as everyone remains in their respective positions. And for those tuning in at the moment, welcome. If you would like a quick recap at the moment, Jakob Orlak has led every lap. In fact, he just set the fast lap again. Albrecht Chowdhury is P2, Amazing Wincup's P3. Eric Adelberg started P11, he's up into P8. McGregor crashed at the start, he goes down to P17. David Kupok DNF'd as well. And Zedan Kaya is P13. And as it stands, Remus McGregor will be champion of 2018. So that is pretty interesting, and I think it is going to be very exciting to crown our first ever DTM champion, even though he is in last place. So it is quite anticlimactic. But I mean, either way, championship's a championship. So yeah, might not be the most glamorous way to win it. So, but yeah, I mean, Van Rooyen won from was it like second to last place in IndyCar. So I guess that works as well. No 2017 Thomas Mandic winning the race for sure, but I mean, it works. So. As here is Noah Clifton then. I think he was actually looking to make a move on Nilo Alcide for P10, but I don't know if that ever happened. And yeah, Horlacher then. Where is he? There he is in the Mercedes AMG Team Remus. Obviously, we should probably mention that this is the last DTM race for Mercedes. So we are actually bidding goodbye to them after this season. They'll be replaced by Aston Martin next season, which is a shame, obviously. Mercedes are a great constructor. They've been DTM so long, so yeah, they will be missed. But we will welcome Aston Martin for 2019. So Mercedes' final victory in the final race of the season as Clifton tries to hunt down Nilo Alcide. But yeah, it is going to be interesting to see how a new constructor comes in, or a new manufacturer, should I say. It's not constructor, manufacturer. And yeah, we'll see how Mercedes fares. Obviously, they'll have a team in Formula E next season, and obviously they're managing the F1 team as well. So we'll see how that goes. Jacopo Horlacher, I think out of all the people you would expect to perform really well in the last two races of the season, it probably wouldn't have been him. But I guess, you know, we said the same thing about Håkan Olsen in 2017, so yeah. As here's Clarkson Vidal then, not able to get past Erkinit. Vidal has been, well, I mean, he's been pretty consistent throughout the entire season. He's picked up some good points in his races. Obviously, no win or podiums for Vidal, but he's done pretty well nonetheless. Noah Clifton's been a bit up and down the order most of the time, but I think he's had some good points finishes as well. Clifton. Much can't be said about the man in front of him either, Nilo Alcide, who just made his debut at Misano, so he's still new to this, and yeah, we'll see how he fares in 2019. As we're on lap 15 of 17, and Remus McGregor is set to become the 2018 DTM champion. I mean, yeah, I feel like everyone's done very well. I mean, you know, we've had a lot of race winners. Loki Delis, Adelberg, Ankaya, who's won twice, Nguyen, McGregor, and now Horlacher, so that is pretty interesting. There's one more I'm forgetting. Who is that? I don't know. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how Aston Martin will perform in DTM for 2019. Obviously, BMW have been the favorites for this season, so they've done very well. Mercedes have always been last, but they haven't performed that well. Audi has been in there as well, but Mercedes have been kind of lacking, to say the least. As we're now on the final lap of the 2018 DTM season, Jakob Horlacher has set the fastest lap of the session. Only one more lap to go for Remus McGregor, and then he will be DTM champion. As he probably doesn't have a care in the world at the moment for where he finishes, because whatever happens now, he will be champion. As Clarkson Vidal, is he gonna try to neck it this time? I don't think he's close enough. No, he's not, and I think that is P5 that's gonna be for Vidal. As it's gonna be a Remus 1-2 today for Horlacher. He finished P2 last race, and yeah, then now he gets P1. So what a way it's gonna be to cap off the season for Jakob Horlacher. He's not really had the greatest results so far. He scored a few points, not a lot though. Most have been hanging around in the lower spots of the championship, but this is sure to give him a boost, as Jakob Horlacher only has one corner to go, and Jakob Horlacher wins the final race of DTM in 2018 as he crosses the line to win at Hockenheim. Alright, Chowdhury is P2 to take another good podium for Mercedes, and Mason Winkup first podium in P3. Eric Edith holds off Clarkson Vidal for P4 and P5. Also, that's P7. Adelberg, despite drawing a great race, is P8. But we're gonna wait the man from Scotland in the BMW, Remus McGregor. He crosses the line, and Remus McGregor is 2018 DTM champion. And that is it for DTM for 2018. Let's go through the final classifications then before we say goodbye. Jakob Horlacher takes his first victory in DTM, the final race. What a way to end off the season for Jakob Horlacher. He takes the fastest lap as well. as Albright Chowdhury finishes P2, and then Mason Winkup is P3. Erky Nut was just able to hold off Clarkson Vidal there. He finishes P4 as Vidal is P5. Bjorn Sokedelis is P6 as Alex Brown at P7. Erik Adelberg, despite driving a pretty good race today, does not come home with the championship. He finishes P8. As Huang Ming Nguyen is P9, and Nilo Alcide finishes P10, as Noah Clifton is a very close P11. Nicholas Anderson is P12, as Zedan Kaya, who, he didn't really perform, I think, as he wanted to. He finishes P14. Aaron Curtis is P14, as Dunyaton Konkum is P15. Henry J. Brown, P17. Remus McGregor is last out of the runners, but he is now crowned champion. And the non-finisher is David Kupok. So that is it for DTM in 2018. We're done. That was the entire season. It's been great, and it's been a pleasure to watch the season unfold. We had so many great races, so many different drivers winning. And congratulations to Jakob Horlager on the victory, Mason Winkup on the podium, and Remus McGregor on the championship. Well, that is it for DTM in 2018. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with us this entire DTM season. We will see you next week for the final races of the season of the ACOC 2018 season at Interlagos, when Formula 2 and Formula 1 head there for the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is it for DTM in 2018. DTM returns for 2019 next season with an all-new calendar and one new manufacturer. But thank you for watching DTM.